contest on EA Sports. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Young on the play action. Throw left side, complete. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. It's caught. That's Thielen. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the air on 1st down. Young. Buys time, rolling right. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Cut out left. He has room past the 25. Down the left sideline he goes. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Ahmed Good on the extra point. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Ty Chandler to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. Works his way to the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 23. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they bring him to a stop with this run. Gets him into the red zone down to the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup. Then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Jones once more. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. A give left side to Jones. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd, less than a yard.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
3rd down, here's Jones. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Vikings finish off their opening drive. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. To go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. Out of the gun, Young. Toward the sideline, and he's got the get. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Up the middle, Hubbard. Will cobble together a yard there. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Motioning him from the slot right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take a 2nd quarter lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Chandler now on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, They played a huge role in that big old run.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, ball at the 36. McCarthy looking to throw. That throw behind his intended target. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Second down carry for Jones. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
McCarthy to throw for it. Throw is caught by the back. And he's tackled for a short gain. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Young on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he's just spinning his wheels, man. This entire first half, they drop it behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Young working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. And it's the Panthers. With it, 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Shotgun snap now to Young. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Sticking to the air, it's Young. This is Ligon working the left side. And they make the tackle at the 38. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 34. On the move, headed right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. On 3rd down, it's Young. Gets this to Sanders. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series. Throwing from the gun. Finds Sanders. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk. It was nearly a big play. From the 18 on 2nd down. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Oh, he lost the football. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Chandler now on the return. The tackle is made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Jones trying the left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. He's got him, that's Addison. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance. From midfield on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs. On play action now, McCarthy. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. This is Jones on the handoff. Has a big hole left. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings tie things up at 14. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Young looking to throw. He throws a bullet to the center. That's complete inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers grab the lead on their first series of the half. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Chandler now on the return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Minnesota. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings tie this game at 21. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
their own 29-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They run again with Hubbard. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Hubbard again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
3rd down run by Hubbard. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Young on 1st and 10. He sends this one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings get a great return up close to their own 30 before they're able to drag him down.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
This is Jones. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. He was looking for TJ Hawkinson. So it's 2nd down coming up. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he'll only get this one up to about the 47. There on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. McCarthy to throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Young on the play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's going to run for it! And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Out of the gun, Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds. Give him 3 on that game. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. Defense shows blitz. Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Another try following the sack. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a fourth-quarter lead. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. This is taken in at the 13. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time. They really need to pick up a few yards.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Completed right side to Addison. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Has his man, it's Addison. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings needing 4 points. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Going with Jones on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion. They can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. To throw. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
This kick is no good, and that could be a big one, Brock. They fail to push the lead to a field goal. We know what that means. Now even more pressure on their defense. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to throw. It's caught. That's Thielen. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This is brought in at the 15. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Amen now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers jump in front now by 5. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw it. Toward the sideline and caught by Addison. And he gets out of bounds, but just 8 yards. They needed more.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 37. Brought in left side by Jefferson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Trying to push it deep downfield. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
Well, I think the defense coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. They'll come up 1st and 10. One final shot here. And the hit separates the football, and that is what ends this game. What a play! So it's the Panthers who take this one.